BTS broke up, right? Like the biggest like K-pop band
I've
ever.
heard of it. They broke up. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they did. And you know
Oh,
what? Because that was a good way to start, that's how we're starting. We're in. There's no more planning and preparing. The show has started. So your reaction just there, it's in the episode. How does it feel?
I don't know.
No
How do
pressure, but
you?
pressure.
How do you? I didn't even know that they broke up. How?
Yeah. I'll refer to Twitter, all right? It was like the article spun it as like, um, they're off to do solo projects, but like that means they're not together, which then means there's no band, therefore no BTS.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. That's ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No,
That's
that's how it is. Oh fuck, hang on. Maybe I hope I haven't got that wrong because all I'm seeing is just like no. It's all solo. They're all like because you know how big their fucking fan base and how rabid everyone is. Yeah.
yeah, no, like everyone knowing K-pop, like are all into that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I haven't, I like they're just everywhere. Like they've been on like the news stories. Um, I don't know them. I don't even know one of their songs. Like I don't listen to them, but
Bro,
like
neither. But
I
like
heard their name.
yeah.
Like
Also, their name is also three letters. So like
still don't understand what that means.
yeah. Look, so yeah, New York Daily News. BTS announces they're going on hiatus to focus on solo projects. That sounds like that's it. It's done.
Sheesh.
And you know, honestly,
Um,
good, because like, but that fan base, like, it needs to split, divide, and never come back together. Because like I've seen, okay, all right, credit where credit is due. They can like harass someone. Like they are very good at that. Like I've seen,
Really?
yeah. I've seen someone weaponize it in a way that I don't think has been done before, where they've said something against, like just not even like strongly against BTS, but they're like, oh,
Hmm.
they're actually no. The exact quote was like, oh, if you're like promoting someone who doesn't even know you exist, then that's a mental illness. And they were referring to like some people going around a shopping center with a BTS promotion sign to promote the new album, and they were just like fangirls. And the Twitter caught a hold of that podcast clip, and what happened was they just started getting absolutely attacked. So what they did is they changed. So there was a comedian that did it. He changed
Hmm.
his name and picture to a different comedian, and then just started slandering BTS, and then like posting links to the comedian he was pretending to be's like merch store, YouTube, all that shit, and then just like pawned off all the hate to him as a joke, and also they were mates. But like it was a fantastic stunt that I thought was worth bringing up.
Wow,
Um,
that's ridiculous, actually.
yeah,
Like, but even, but it's like it's like you bring up the whole thing of BTS. Like, well, the first thing that came to mind was like One Direction. Like,
yeah,
like how they split up. But it's like even seeing like how they've grown in their own individual ways. Like Harry Styles, what the heck? He's everywhere. That guy.
oh yeah, dude. He's there is no One Direction. It's like it's just Harry Styles. Like, dude, I don't even remember the other cunts' names. Like,
No, it's like Zayn,
yeah, that was
Liam.
the yeah. I thought Zayn.
That's the only ones I know. There's still one more. No, Louis. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
You are Tomlinson, I think.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like
Hang on, I'm gonna turn off this
that.
light. I thought I needed that light. No, I don't. Well, maybe I do. Sorry, that was a that's a. Nah, I'll keep it. That's a meta thing. Sorry, I address things and it completely disrupt conversation. It happens on the podcast all the time. Sorry, it became a problem when last episode we were like, hey, let's release an episode on the podcast while recording the podcast because I was late. So like as a segment of the show, let's release the show. And you know what? It was a bit of fun, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. BTS. Back to the important shit. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, dude. BTS is fucked. Uh, I don't know anyone sane who likes them. Like,
If I'm being honest, I don't know. Like, I know fans of BTS, but no, like, big fans of BTS. You know,
like
I,
like the rabbit kind.
like, I'm not the middleman and everything. Like, I know nothing about them,
Hmm.
and even the people that I do know about them, I still don't hear much about them, even from them too. It's
Well, I
just
mean, they're also in a foreign language, so I mean, there's that. Like they're Korean, so I think they're
yeah,
Korean.
yeah,
Yeah,
K-pop, yeah.
yeah. Well, okay, I know the genre is K-pop, but I don't know if they're all Korean. Like, I don't care enough.
Mm.
Yeah,
No, me neither.
yeah. Nah, fair. Let's move on. So, what do you want to talk about? Here's an opportunity. Jump in with something. Hit me with what you got. What have you been up to recently?
I don't know, gym. Like I've pretty much just been working on myself. Like the past couple months, like literally just like at work, working on myself and just trying to like look inwards. Which I feel like a lot of people don't do much nowadays. You know, do you feel the same?
Uh, I'll be honest. I don't think about that very much. That might just mean I'm a bit self-centered, whereas like where I don't notice what other people are doing in that sense. But I understand what you mean.
I
So,
don't know. Like, what do you do that sort of like makes you feel good, for example?
uh, I guess stand up, but that also makes you feel bad sometimes.
It's one of those things that's like where you're in your element and you're able to like, you know, it's like you're able to like really project yourself, and I feel like it's one of the like the best things you can do. Like, you know, for your stand up, like obviously I'm no stand up comedian, but it's
Mm,
like anything that does bring that, you know, bring out your passion or whatever, you know, it's like that's sort of what I mean. And I guess I'm just exploring different areas, like, you know, through gym,
okay.
and like reading and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, it's been doing that for the past couple months, you know.
Dude, that's good. It's like personal development is something that gets neglected by lots of people. And
Oh, for sure, for sure.
like I've seen people go through in like bursts of, yeah, I'm gonna do better. And they like it's like the whole concept of a summer body, for example, right? People listen,
Oh
you
my
know what I mean,
god.
right? And people fall into
Yeah,
that
they were
trap.
started.
They go, yeah, I'm gonna be great, I'm gonna look good, and I'm gonna feel good for summer. And then as soon as summer's over, they just decline back all the way down. Like as soon as they're not putting on a show for someone, or just the public, or just people in general,
Mm,
then it just all falls apart because it's like it was an empty goal, like it wasn't for them.
mm.
If that makes sense. Like that's how I
Yeah.
view it. How do you view it?
No, no, like one thing, like it's like it's all like New Year's goals, but I guess like here in Australia, summer is New Year's when you really think about it.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, like I think one thing that it's actually in terms of like having like not a defined goal. Like it's like, oh, I want to, you know, I want a summer body. You know, what does a summer body mean? You know, like, you know, like summer body means, I don't know, for some people it's probably a six pack, probably like slimmer body in that
yeah.
sense. But people don't really know why they're doing something, so they do something and they're just like, why am I doing this in the first place?
You know what I've never seen? I've never seen someone get fat for a summer body. Because like any body in summer is a summer body, right? Technically speaking, right?
Technically, yeah.
So I want to see someone just like become obese for summer, just for summer, and then get fit in winter. I think that'd be funny. I think that'd just be
I
funny.
can't even imagine the story. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Imagine.
I know. But it's ridiculous enough where like yeah, it might work. And if the ultimate goal is to get fit in winter, then they're just ready for next summer. And if that's like their main life purpose for those like 2 years, then fucking go for it, right? But most importantly, I think it'd be funny.
You know what the funny thing is about that though? It's kind of true as well.
Mm.
Like, put it this way, you know how you got like, you know, you play a sport. I'll do like footy as a not footy, but it's like, you know, like the summer sports, for example.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess
Um,
is footy's more like spring and
Freezing.
autumn, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah,
But mainly the sports, I think, or basketball, whatever. But it's like you have sport, you do your sport throughout the year, then you have your break, drink, party, do whatever you want.
yeah.
You know,
And then you come
when
back like just like a
then you
bloated
come
piece of
back.
shit. Yeah. The start of the
Preseason
season.
comes and
Yeah.
they're all over again.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Literally.
I mean, I guess it's never like drastic. Like there'll always be like a middle point between like extremes of not summer body and summer. We'll call it the winter body for hypothetical. But personally, I think it's easier to work out in winter, like it just temperature wise. Maybe that's only in Australia, really.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, here in Melbourne, it's not too bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although some people disagree. Like I work with a couple of Colombians, and they can't stand the cold. So like, but when I say the cold, like it could be 20 degrees, and to them they're like shivering, and it's like cold. That's cold, and like I kind of get it because when I was in the UK, I think have I ever told you about just countries that I've been to?
No.
No? Okay, all right, cool. Great. This is a good start. So, in 2012, I went to England, and it was in November, which is, I think that's winter for them. Yeah?
To be honest,
Because
I
it's
don't
close to the US,
summer.
close-ish.
Mm.
Yeah?
I'm really just going based off opposite, the opposite
Yeah.
seasons to Australia.
I'm trying to think of,
No,
like, cultural movies set in Britain during Christmas time to figure out the temperature. I'm sure it's snowing, right?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Either way, it's cold.
Yes, yeah.
Either way, it's cold. There.
But the point I was making, right, is that like it'd be 20 degrees, like same thing as here with the Colombians, but they'd be sweating because of, and like they'd be exhausted about how hot it is. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's 20 degrees, I can't breathe, I need a tea break, and that's real. That's a real thing that my uncle said. We were at a museum and he had to stop for tea. Like that's how British he was. That's not even exaggeration. Like they love tea over there. Do you drink tea?
No.
No. Neither.
No.
Neither.
More, getting more to coffee, to be honest, but not tea. Not tea.
See, what about coffee appeals to you? Because I don't understand it.
If I'm being honest, I'm the same as you. I don't understand it either. Part of me is really just to get a quick energy boost, but it's one of those things where if you get, like, I feel like it's one of those things where you have to like try out different things, like try out sort of what you like, don't like, and you kind of just find like what you like. Like, I don't know, for me, if I can make it right, it's just literally like a, like good coffee with, or good latte with, one sugar. And like for some reason that works for me because it's like a bit of the sweetness. I'm not like, if I have a coffee too bitter, like, and I think that's why most people, it's something that grows on you, or you just like it. I don't understand it.
I think you have to grow up with it as well. I think like you can't really just enter like the coffee drinking realm unless like not unless you need to, because but like, do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like people these days they'll need, this sounds like I'm talking out of my ass, which I kind of am. Right? I'm just trying to find words to say. But like people, from what I've seen, people feel like they need to have some extra external force to keep them powered. Like, the people that go, don't talk to me before I have my coffee, right? Those people, yeah,
Yes.
they're just cunts by nature, right? They're like, no, I need an excuse. I need to have the caffeine before I can even think about tolerating you, right? That's their thought process, and no one really thinks about what that really means. But like, I also kind of get it. No, like I get it. Like some people don't get enough sleep, yeah, so they need an extra drug. Like, okay, I've had a Red Bull every weekday for like 2 months, right? And as soon as the one day that I don't have a Red Bull in the morning, I'll feel like zombie-like, and it's just like taking out the caffeine. Like, I don't remember how it started, if I'm honest. But like, now that it's in the system, it's like, fuck, it's like, I guess an addiction, but I'll go the weekend without it because I don't need it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because it's like a routine thing. Like,
Yeah.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah. Personally, actually, yeah.
Like I heard like what he does every single morning is drink a can of Coke. Like every single morning, that's what he does. Yeah.
Okay, fuck. Okay. Well, I mean,
But it's like everyone has these like interesting routines. Like it's like, and more or less it's a routine thing because it's like you can start it and it just carries on. Like, it don't, it's the same thing for like coffee.
well, one person's routine is another person's addiction, and that's a very clever saying that I just thought up of right now, and that's not. It's.
Very true.
But like it's, I do think there's an element of truth to that. Like, if that routine of doing something could be viewed as an addiction, and no one ever says an addiction is a good thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I guess actually, maybe the only example there is workaholics. Like,
Like there's obsession and then there's addiction, and
yeah.
I guess they have their different.
Well,
different degrees.
how would you define the difference? Because some people would be like, no, that's the same.
But the thing is, like, I put in the same thing, but like it's like when people, and it's just the way people speak of it, and I don't know why it's like this, because it's like you could be addicted to say success, you could be addicted, to drugs or something. It's the same thing. I could be obsessed with drugs. I could be obsessed with like success. It's like, but it's like but more or less, I hear people talk about obsession in a way where they are pushing towards like a bigger goal. It's like, oh, I'm obsessed about this, and I'm pushed towards this. I think it's just, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's the way it's like that, but it's more or less just like that's how society's put it. It's like addicted is this, and like like
the way
an obsession.
The way that I interpret how you define that is, you can be obsessed with your addiction, but you can't be addicted with your obsession, or is that because it's like they're close, they're really close, but you can still be obsessed with something. I don't know. It's hard to
think about it this way. Like when someone comes up to you and goes, "Oh, you're too obsessed about something."
Yeah.
And usually when they come up to you, it's usually in a good thing. You're obsessed about, right?
Mm.
But it's like when you're addicted, you're like, oh yeah, you're addicted to, you're addicted to alcohol. You should probably stop. Oh, you're obsessed about this thing. You should probably stop.
Mm.
Which makes no sense either way.
I mean, I don't think anyone's approaching someone with that tone, right? Like, oh, you should probably stop drinking yourself to death. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's like that. But I know what you're going for. That's what I mean. Yeah. Oh fuck. Wow. How did we get to addiction from BTS? Coffee. Working
coffee
out.
Routine.
Yeah.
Coffee and routine.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you're talking.
So you say a thing. I won't jump in with interruptions if you're on a thought.
No, that's okay. No, next remember you're talking about and I'm probably just gonna bring it back to
Go ahead.
The whole thing with tea and coffee. Like how you said was it your uncle?
Yes, yeah. Uncle who was just obsessed with tea.
Yeah, no. Funny because I'm Italian. I've been to Italy like the one time, but it's quite funny how like in Sicily especially and this is the only place where you probably experience it where people will park their car in the middle of a road, like leave the car unlocked, engine on, windows down. They park in the middle of the road just to get a coffee. It's the funniest thing in the world. Like, I don't know where it comes from, but it's just like, that's their routine.
I've never heard of this.
No, and you won't. You're literally to experience it.
Fuck.
I don't know about it.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing. Like, honestly.
Whoa.
No joke.
Oh, sorry, hang on. I've just seen something. It says, running out of time. This meeting will end in 10 minutes. Or upgrade. Wait. Nope, we're good. Don't worry. Sorry. I just got like a very ominous wait. Unless this better not fucking cut out.
It will cut it after the 10.
Oh no. Let's hope we're not like mid-sentence. Oh shit. Hang on. Oh, I've accidentally put the website on the camera screen that I was recording, and now we're just gonna fucking see like all the fuck, what is it? Like business plans. It's like, hey, buy Zoom Pro for $20 a month. It's like, no, I'm never gonna fucking do that. Fuck. All right. Well, I'm glad it just interrupted my video on the only ever video podcast thing. Because what I would do is right. I edit the audio and then I'll put it through this like animated soundbar thing and chuck that version on YouTube. And
okay.
So you can view the podcast on YouTube, but it's just like sound bars and shit moving, and with like the logo, the name, the episode, all that shit. And this will be the only one with cameras because the only other remote episode I did was a phone call-in episode. So it just got interrupted by fucking Zoom advertising. So fantastic. The podcast is sponsored by Zoom. Don't give them money. Fuck off, Zoom.
Ads seem to somehow get into your stuff, don't they?
Yeah. Nah, dude, it's it's just there's nothing professional. It's like there's a slogan that I like to use, and it goes professionally unprofessional, right? Like it's intentionally bad so that when it is actually bad, it's on purpose. It's foolproof.
But the worst things are good things,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's it's just a way of saying, hey, I make mistakes. Sorry.
We all do.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Fuck. Where can we segue from this? And I've got a time. Fuck, there's a ticking clock now.
Segue from coffee, tea.
Coffee and tea. Okay. You were saying something about my uncle.
No, I was sort of just going on the lines of like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now, like,
Italy, stopping in traffic.
Yeah. Like in Italy, down in Sicily, they literally. I don't know if it's everyone, but you see a lot of it where people really just stop their car, have the engine running, and just go grab a coffee. And no one bothers. Like, and it's no one actually goes to steal the car whatsoever. It's just there. They have the coffee and
maybe there's like some sort of societal truce where it's like, okay, whenever we go out for coffee, or whenever anyone goes for coffee and just leaves the car running, if you know they're getting coffee, you don't touch their fucking car. Maybe it's a culture thing. It could be it, right?
Oh, it could be.
No evidence to back this up, right? Or purely speculation, but man.
I love the coffee. They're probably one of the only cultures that drink the coffee like at night.
Yeah. Oh. I know some people who can't go to bed without a coffee, which is strange.
That's very strange.
Yeah. It's like coffee works in a reverse way for them where they've had so much where they just feel tired if they have it because their body thinks they're trying to stay awake. So it's like a reverse jinx sort of thing. Maybe not. Oh, fuck.
So maybe the body's like that actually, because it can literally do anything like that. Like the fact is that coffee does and stuff does give you energy and stuff like that, but the fact that it can have the opposite effect as well is pretty insane actually.
Yeah, and it just is there. I don't know if there's any scientific basis for it, but mate, it shows how much research we've done here from what we're talking about, just talking shit.
Oh, literally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, but this is great. It's great, man.
Next. Any other countries, interesting experiences?
In New Zealand, so I went to New Zealand in 2017, and
oh really?
Yeah,
very nice.
So most of that trip was on a cruise ship, but there was a day where we were in Auckland, and there's a tower right in the middle, and you could go up it and walk around it, and then jump off it. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah. It was a tourist thing to like walk around the tower. Like you're harnessed in, right? Like on the outside, by the way. You walk around the tower on the outside.
Okay.
And then the jumping off thing is they've got this. What's it called?
I don't know.
There's a machine. There's a machine like a counterbalance. That's what it was. Or a counterweight.
Yes.
Sort of like thing. They'll weigh you, set the counterweight to what applies, and based on that, you jump off the building, and you're not free falling. It's a controlled fall, and because of that counterbalance, everyone who does it falls at the same speed, so everyone gets the same experience. But you essentially, you're skydiving in the middle of a city, and then you just it slows down obviously as you go down, and you hit a pad on the floor, and then that's it. You give them back the jumpsuit, and you just walk away.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of anyone do that. Are you kidding me?
No. It's true. So when the fucking the video cuts out, because it's gonna cut out, and we'll just have to call back again, and I'll stitch it together in the edit. I'll show you. It will be like it never happened. I'll show you the like some photos and shit, and then the actual tower, and because we can do visual things here. Yeah.
Cool.
It's. I mean, it sucks for the Spotify listeners, and even then, there's only
oh my god, I know, right?
There's but fuck them, yeah. The one video podcast. No. Go to the YouTube version. You fucking cunts.
Oh, you have to go to YouTube.
Yeah. No, I don't even go to YouTube, dude. I listen to the podcast as well, but at work to listen for clips so that I can like plug them into TikTok, and I listen on Spotify while I'm working. So even I don't use YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah. I'll show you some photos in the intermission period of the podcast. But yeah, dude. But the views of the tallest tower in the capital city of New Zealand, fantastic, great.
Wow.
And it's something I'd highly recommend, even if you have a fear of heights, to just do it. Not the jumping off part. Definitely don't do that if you're afraid of that. Because I got to assume that if you shit yourself while you're falling, it's gonna land on someone. Like, or guaranteed. Just picture that for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a fun image.
Nah. Oh, it's a little funny. It's not funny for whoever gets hit. Really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sheesh, that's an image.
Yeah.
That's an image to behold, that one.
Yeah. Here's what I'll do. I'll cut this and then call you back in a sec. There we go. So we're back. Now maybe the video will cut out here for a sec.
No worries.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, fuck, should have done that. How do I... This is going to be great, listening to back going, wow, fuck, idiot, trying to share screen and, fuck, I've just exposed myself. I'm going to cut that section out of the video. Let me timestamp this in the recording. Fucking, here we go. Here's some admin. We're at 30:30. Yeah, I have to regularly make notes in the show as well whenever I need to censor or edit something so that it makes my job easier later.
Oh, that's very smart, actually.
Yeah, the only problem is I get stuck directing, hosting, and producing literally everything. So, yeah, not great. Ideally, like, if it's profitable, pay someone else to do it. But, nah, it's all good. Okay, so we're back. I wonder... I can't send you the photo. I can send it to you on Instagram, actually.
Oh, that'll work, definitely.
And the screenshot I was going to get was from my Instagram anyway. So if you just go to your phone...
Yeah.
Then I won't have to interrupt my screen, and I will forward you a post of what the actual skywalk actually looks like. So...
And this is the only thing like this in New Zealand? Well, not in New Zealand, but like...
As far as I know, yeah. So, if you look at that picture, there's a tower in the background.
Is it the one on the right side?
Yeah. Like the pointy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the tower. So it's like completely above all of Auckland. And if I send you this one...
And that view would be amazing, actually. I can imagine. Like...
Yeah.
But I haven't been to Auckland. Like, I really want to go.
Oh, no, dude, it's great. So here, this is a picture of my dad and I, and we're just, like, hanging off the side.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like a... Oh, so you actually got to jump off the building?
So that's a separate paid package thing. I tried to do it, and my mum said, no, I won't let you. And it's like, I'll pay for it myself. I'll fucking do it. But she's like, no, I'm not. I will refuse. This is the one thing I'm not letting you do this holiday. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm making it a mission. Next time I'm back there, we're jumping off that tower.
Jumping off a building.
Yeah.
I might pay this guy to jump off a building.
Yeah. But safely, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, that's a fun thing.
That's beautiful. That's honestly really beautiful. Like something I definitely need to do. Like cross off the bucket list at this rate. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
It's not even like I've like I hear so much about New Zealand, but I don't know much about it. All I know about it is the snow. Like that's it.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty popular for the snow.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, there's the things with like it's New Zealand and Lord of the Rings. Like you can go to. Do you know much about Lord of the Rings or not really?
No. I haven't watched a single episode.
Fuck, bro. It's a movie series. Lord of the Rings.
There we go.
Oh fuck, bro. How embarrassing for
Look at me
you.
started.
How embarrassing for you. But there is actually a Lord of the Rings TV show coming out. So, I mean, I guess you're sort of on the money, but not really.
I foretold the future. That's about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We'll go with that. Yeah, it's in the subtitles. Don't worry about it. Fuck. So yeah, have you traveled many places or not really?
Not really. Like I've only been to, like I've only traveled once, and that was in 2016. I'm pretty sure. I went to Italy. And on that same trip, I went to Singapore as well, and half an hour in Switzerland,
Oh
which
yeah.
is yeah,
So
like that.
that half hour, I'm assuming it was like just in the airport.
No, no.
No.
Like I spent. Oh no, it wasn't half an hour. It was probably a couple hours.
Okay.
More
Yeah.
like half an hour in Dubai because like we had to like obviously
Connecting
like
flights.
fly to Dubai. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
That's what I
Um,
assumed Switzerland was when you said half an hour.
no, like because Switzerland like borders Italy. Like it's on the northern part. Like they literally border each other.
That
So
shows
we
how
went.
much I know about geography.
No, I am not good at geography. I'm a horrible at geography.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to any country, and I probably wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't be able to tell you. The only thing I know is Italy in the boot, and Australians are the biggest island. That's it. Like, genuinely. Oh, and probably Russia, and
Yeah.
like the the big countries.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ones that we all should know, literally.
You'd be surprised. Have you seen the videos of Americans being interviewed on the street and they're like, hey, what country's this? Dude, there's a funny one where it's just the United States, but it's upside down and people don't know what country it is.
Oh,
And I,
people thought it was Texas.
yeah,
I
yeah,
swear.
just like the whole country is Texas and it's like, no, it's the United States, but it's just upside down. It's fucking funny. But also probably fake because of the nature of those videos. But credit where
I'm not.
credit is due.
I'm not even kidding. I was looking at that. I didn't even know what country it was.
You dumb cunt.
Oh no, man. No, but seriously, because I'm trying to look at it. Because you know, when you look at United States, you think of
Yeah.
it, you know, like up, and I like obviously wasn't in the mind to like learn about something like
Yeah, bro, you're like, you needed a coffee.
or a tea.
Yeah, bro. Ah. You're like, nah, man, I don't know what country that is. Fuck them. Oh, man.
And then they said Texas, and I'm like, oh, you're probably right.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, you know what? Yeah, this bitch probably knows what she's talking about.
Oh, definitely. My gosh. No, some of that stuff, I like. It's one of those things where it's like, I understand you're probably getting it wrong, but sometimes you're just like, how many people can be actually getting this stuff wrong?
Hmm.
Like especially some of the really easy stuff, because some stuff I got no idea what the heck they're talking about. Like genuinely.
Yeah. You know what? I think some people don't know what they're talking about themselves, which doesn't help anyone who's trying to understand them. So it sucks for them.
It's
Like,
amazing how much that happens. Like genuinely,
yeah,
like just what you said, like people have got no idea what they're talking about.
yeah,
Like that happens like a lot of the time.
yeah.
Like even on this podcast, probably got no idea what
Oh, bro,
people say.
we like fucking like the first
Exactly,
half
I
an
mean,
hour.
how ridiculous is that?
Yeah, but also I understand. It's I get it.
You
Yeah,
want to say something, you want to sound smart. I understand.
yeah, yeah. Oh fuck. All right. Well, we talked traveling. What? Do you have any life experience stories you want to share?
Life experience stories.
Yeah, anything valuable, funny.
I don't know. Well, the first thing that comes to mind was probably my first experience with alcohol. I don't
That's a
drink
good one.
alcohol.
Hang on. Actually, we talk a lot about alcohol and drugs on the show. Like,
Yeah, of course.
maybe I think we do. I'm not sure actually. Just get on with it. Sorry.
It's just easy to come up. It's just an easy
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
No, but basically, like, because I don't drink alcohol anymore, I've completely given it up.
Okay.
Yeah, more as like a personal development thing, and I guess it'd be a blessing in the long run. I just depends how you look at it, really. But basically, I don't know, like we had pre's at a mate's place.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, like this was in 2018 November, like right after exams, right after the exams were done, everyone had they were like 18s and stuff like that after.
Gotcha.
So we had pre's at a mate's place, and then like we went to the shops, grabbed our alcohol, whatever. I reckon I sculled like a beer, like probably before we went to the shops, like because I don't know about alcohol. Like, I literally
Yeah.
sculled everything.
Yeah.
Um, then we had vodka, and every time vodka gets in the picture, like that's when chronic.
Vodka is like most people's weaknesses.
Oh, it
Like,
is. It
yeah.
is. It totally is. and and like we had vodka raspberries. So
That's
I
the
don't
one
know
to
how.
go.
Yeah. So I probably had about six of them, but I had like I don't know how many because I guess for the first couple I measured a shot
hmm
ish, and then for the rest I just poured the vodka like kind of towards the line, but not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I honestly and I had six of them within half an hour, so I
Ooh.
probably had about like 6 to 10 shots
Yeah.
like within a span of like and me on an empty stomach, I basically got poisoning and didn't remember the rest of the night.
But see, those are the good ones. Like from a certain point of view, of course, right? Those are the good. Maybe they're not the good nights actually. Come to think of it, there's
No,
some.
if you're the one experienced it, of course not. But
Yeah.
for the ones that want to tell the story, which is everyone else, they're
Yeah.
gonna tell you about it. They're like,
But
oh yeah, remember
like
when you got
the
smacked with the
historians,
alcohol?
yeah, the historians of the group. There's the kinds. There's a name for the kind of people who will go on like nights out, but they won't drink, so they then get to tell the stories about what happened, starring the people of who it happened to those people, and they don't know what's happening next. So like they're like, "Hey, bro, you did this." And like, "Whoa, really?" It's like, "Yeah," and then you did this. Like, "Whoa, no way! What happened next?" It's like, "You're not gonna believe this." It's an interesting dynamic, I think. But also,
Not gonna lie,
I
I'm
prefer
probably
being the
gonna be
drunk one.
that guy. Oh really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
bro.
probably gonna be that guy. Not gonna lie.
Nah, well, see,
Like,
I'll flip between both, depending on what the sort of occasion is. Like, I've been designated driver a couple of times where I've witnessed some fucked things. But vodka raspberries, uh, not even just vodka raspberries. Like, when you started drinking, you know how like the classic easy drink was cruisers. Okay,
yeah.
so when the first party I had after COVID, uh, it was a drinking party, right? And I knew like I was like, okay, we're gonna get people fucked up because everyone's alcohol tolerance is really low, but they don't know it yet or they don't realize it yet. So here's what I'm gonna do. I bought about give or take 120 cruisers, okay, and
How many? Jeez. Okay.
yeah, and across give or take 20 people, 6 hours, fed them or just like kept feeding people cruises, and everyone got so fucked up really quick, and it was like it's just like soft drink, yeah. It's like it tastes like barely anything, so it's really easy to drink, and it all went down so quickly, so easily. Everything went according to plan, and it does make it sound like I got 20 people really drunk. However, it was responsible, more or less, more or less than more, but more or less, yeah. But it worked. That's my point. That's my point. Like cruises are everyone's weakness because everyone has. Maybe not everyone has soft drink, but like soft drink is really easy to have.
Even the people that don't like soft drink have cruises.
You know
Like,
what? I think yeah, yeah, and it's like
no, I know a
it's
couple of people that do.
yeah,
Like, they literally have the alcohol. They're like, which one's the one that tastes the least? Like, taste the best of all the alcohol, and they just go
yeah.
cruises.
Like taste is where to
It's
go. Yeah. Are you okay? Do you know the kind of guy who they won't like they'll go pink drink that's for girls and they will refuse to drink it because it's not manly. Like, do you know that kind of person?
uh
Or do you know of that kind of
yeah.
person? Yeah? That
I
sounds
probably
like
have like probably.
it's, I'm not accusing you, but it sounds like that I just described you as a person without knowing, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess I kind of heard of them.
No, like you know, when you know nothing about like social norms and stuff like that, and people come up to you, like I think the first time I genuinely went clubbing,
Mm.
I got like this orange cocktail thing, and they're putting like orange, like think of like the umbrella and everything,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like this is the first drink at a club I get, like this is the first one because I know nothing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, I know nothing, and I get it, and they're like, "You got a girl's drink?" I'm like, "Okay, I
It's like
dunk
okay,
it
it's like
anyway."
who gives a fuck, yeah? Because you know what? The girls' drinks taste the best.
I had to drink it anyway. I paid
Yeah.
like $10 or something. Like I don't know how much, but it's like pay quite a bit.
Dude, cocktails in clubs are so overpriced. Like, I've seen it for like $20. Like, I can get a meal for that much. Yeah? Like, come on, guys, step up your fucking game. But,
Food's so much better.
yeah. Dude, there's a place in Melbourne that I went to recently called Storyville, and one of their selling points is cocktails, and it's all like fairy tale and fantasy themed. Like, I saw someone come out with like the drink was a goblet of fire, right? And it was a goblet, and it was on fire. Like, pretty self-explanatory, right? So like they were serving like fancy shit like that, and it was all in the $20 to $30 range. So it's like it's all for the gimmick, but like I mean the gimmick was kind of worth it, sort of. Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know. Depends what you want to pay for at the end of the day. But still, that's pretty like I'm not going there for cocktails. I'm going there to buy my favorite childhood idol.
Oh yeah. Of course, yeah. Dude, the bar.
But even then, I'd take a picture and throw it away. I wouldn't drink it.
Oh yeah. You're all for the gram, yeah. It's all about what it looks like you're doing, not what you're actually doing, yeah. Yeah. Fuck it.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. How many places like that?
Yeah, there's but like it's places. Have you been to many bars in Melbourne? No. Okay, fair.
I don't drink alcohol. Oh, okay. I think that says a lot.
Yeah, all right, fair. But like maybe I didn't know if the change was recent as part of your personal development phase, or if it was
it's literally been a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
It's actually been like years. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So what we were saying is that if you drank a cruiser right now, you would get fucked up.
Possibly, but I wouldn't.
Okay, all right. Just like collecting information.
My tolerance is low, but
yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you don't need it, yeah? What about drugs?
No, I don't take them.
No, nothing.
No.
So you're saying that if you broke your leg, you would not take Panadol?
Yes, I take that, yes.
Okay, alright. So where's the line, you fucking liar? Where is the line? Where do you draw the line between what drugs you will take and what drugs you won't take? Let's say you're in a critical condition and they're like, hey, we'll give you some morphine to ease the pain. Do you accept or do you stand by your philosophy of, no, I won't take drugs?
Alright. You're just taking it, dragging it on the way.
Yeah, of course, man. We're gonna see how far this goes.
Yes, I take it.
Okay,
yes.
alright, good. Let's see how many drugs we can tick off. Also, this is gonna test my drug knowledge. Alright. Simple situation, all right? You're at a party and you're being peer pressured to try a joint, right? Just a bit of weed. I'm suspecting you're gonna say no because that's a no.
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Psychedelics, are they off the table completely?
Yes.
Yes.
I got rid of them a long time ago.
Okay.
I don't know. No, I don't understand that stuff, if I'm being honest.
All right. Okay. Well, why don't we get into that? So, I've seen people whose lives have changed for the better because they've tried acid. All right, or they've gone through some shit and then they do shrooms and then that experience has helped them move on and better themselves. Like, are you familiar with
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know that there's medical marijuana and stuff like that like actually helps people with what do you call it, like is it MS or
there's a whole bunch of things. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. Yeah, that we like marijuana helps people with. Like I think it even gets used to treat Parkinson's.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, good. All right, so if a drug is medicinal, that's where you draw the line. Is that the conclusion of this?
Like, practically, like, it's not that... Well, wait, did you say medicinal?
Yeah, medicinal. So, like, if you use it as a way to help treat something, like anything, like stress or like physical injuries, depression, anything like that, is that like where the line becomes blurry for you?
Yeah, of course. Like like at the end of the day, like medication stuff is good. Like not that drugs are bad or anything. Like the only thing that's bad about them is when people abuse it. You know?
That's exactly right. Because like use, not abuse. Like
Exactly.
that's a good way. It's like, oh, did you ever? Do you remember there was a maybe it was either in early high school or late primary school. There was a giraffe in a van that would tell the class not to do drugs. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you
Oh my
Harold
god.
Harold the
What's it?
giraffe?
Yes, that's it.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
it. Yes,
fucking
that's it.
Harold.
Yes.
Bro, Harold's messaging is like just slightly off. Where it's like, hey guys, don't do drugs. It's like, no. It's hey guys, don't do drugs irresponsibly. Right? That's my philosophy with that. Right? I think if you can do something correctly and responsibly, then do it. Right? Like for example, if I'm 70 years old,
Yeah.
if I'm 70 years old and I've never tried heroin before, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna get addicted for the rest of my life. Ooh, I'm 70. Yeah. Yeah. Like,
It's really up to you anyway. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
What about, yeah. So, okay. What if, okay, MDMA, right?
And
MDMA. So, like, it's a usually a club, like ecstasy.
okay.
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 So, people use that as a party drug, but there's been studies that show that it improves. I think I might just be talking out of my ass here and be completely confusing, but I'll just run with what I've got.
Yep.
That it improves general well-being if the right amount is taken in the right environment, and people have found it to be a positive experience. Now, in that example, it fits under the umbrella of medicinal, sort of. Would you make an exception there?
No.
No. Oh, you'd rather not.
No. Like regardless whether I know, put it this way, this is how I kind of view it. Like regardless whether the drug is good or not. Like if I'm having something to like boost my mood or anything like that, or like have like sort of like have an escape or something, and that's kind of where like the alcohol and drugs come in. I just stay away from it. Even if
Okay.
it probably is beneficial, like I just stay away from it.
So you'd rather be in touch with reality and in a controlled state of mind than anything else.
Very much so. Very much so. Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's
Cool.
something I'm still trying to develop. Like
Yeah.
it's like a lifelong thing.
All right. So is this like some sort of monk-esque type mentality where you're like, hey, I want to find some sort of inner peace, or what's your
Yeah.
what's your like reasoning?
No, like quite literally. Like I think I don't know if this is for many people, but this is what I think anyway. I generally think people, or like the best satisfaction you can have is peace. Like it has having it in a peace. And the thing that like alcohol and drugs and what that stuff do is give you like an instant satisfaction of what peace is. And it's more or less like finding that long-term version of peace, which is like very, I can say it's very hard to sort of find, but it's like you can still get there. Like that's kind of my view on it, and that's kind of where like the alcohol and drugs come in, where it's like an instant satisfaction towards getting that, like
So
towards getting that
so
peace.
so the way that I'm interpreting how you put it is that to you it's a shortcut, and you want to go not no
Yeah,
shortcuts. You want to go the right way.
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, I'm going to tie this back to something related to me. I don't like food, right? Just eating in general. It annoys me, right?
Okay.
Like, I'm not a fan.
I mean,
I eat because I have to. If there was a pill that would mean that I get all the nutrition I need for a meal, and all I have to do was take 3 of those a day, I would, because I can't be fucked, right? Now, I forgot what my exact point was, but
big one.
it was about. Okay, it wasn't an addiction thing. Fuck, this was bad. I had a really good point.
No, like what I was saying was like how was it I don't know, your interpretation of what I was saying was like, like the drugs and the alcohol is more of like a shortcut,
Yes.
towards getting inner peace. And like obviously that was me trying to find like a long-term version of it through
Right.
I guess through what I'm doing, but also like you're trying to tie that, with food.
I
Um,
think I was trying to get to the point where it's like if there's a short term shortcut, maybe I don't know. That doesn't sound
like
completely right.
so you're saying like you'd rather not eat food in general, but it's like if there was like a way to sort of like take that like and put it in a pill, like you'd rather have
Yes.
that long term. Like that I understand. Like that'd be pretty good shortcut, not gonna lie. Like
Okay.
I love food. I love food, but so I wouldn't do it anyway.
Okay. So in that case, you'd only eat food for fun then. So you'd only have the food that you'd like, but to get the actual nutrition that you need, you would still take this magic food pill.
To get the nutrition.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess there's like dietary supplements and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Cool. So why are you okay with that shortcut, but not a mental shortcut, which is arguably a mental state of mind is better than a physical state? Like you could be. It's all right. Here's a good debate. Right? Is it better to be healthy mentally or healthy physically?
Definitely mentally.
Okay.
Definitely mentally.
So if certain drugs in certain scenarios get you healthy mentally as a shortcut, isn't that better?
Depends how you look at it. If you're, I don't know, because I guess this is from my like, because more or less, I'm honestly just going off my experience of alcohol.
Of course. Only go off your experiences. Like that's
Yeah,
the
of
best
course.
way we can do this.
It's like even though I had a rush from like say alcohol and stuff like that, like like that free state of mind, whatever, I still felt worse afterwards. Like I generally felt worse about myself afterwards, and I think that's where it kind of drew the line. Where I'm just like, oh, I have to change something about this. Um,
Okay. Well, what if the problem was moderation then?
oh, that's the bad thing about me. I'm the type of person where not that I can't have anything in moderation. I understand that, but especially when it comes to like alcoholic, put it this way: anytime I get addicted to one thing, it's like if I have one if I have one chocolate, like
Mm-hmm.
one little block of chocolate, I would probably have like another 2 bars of it.
Oh
Like
fuck! That's all.
like
I thought you were going to save the whole bar. You're like, no, two.
no,
Fuck
no,
it.
like
Go
no,
big or go
no,
home.
but it's like no, but it's like when I have a thing on like a natural tendency where especially when it comes to alcohol, it's like I drink a couple like because I'm not drinking alcohol to enjoy it. I'm actually drinking it to get drunk to like sort of get to that state of mind. But that's literally the only reason why I drunk. Um, but even though I'd never had a lot of it, but I'd have a lot of parties. Like I'd just have one and then have two, and then it all of a sudden
Ten.
turns into like 6, 10 drinks,
Yeah.
and then like 4, 6, 10 drink whatever. But it's like but then by then I'm stuffed. I get poisoning again and I have a bad experience.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
So
just
so
depends how you really, yeah.
if let's say your little personal journey is successful and now you have this mental self-control, like while still being sober, do you think you would risk like to really test yourself with how successful you were? Like that'd be the ultimate test to like break the sobriety streak, have that only 2 drinks, strictly two, and then no more. Do you think you could do that?
Yeah, yeah. But I think the biggest test is standing against time and not having any at all.
Okay, that's true. That's true. All right. I'm not trying to like convince. I'm not trying to peer pressure here. There's
No,
no.
no, no. Like
It's all hypotheticals.
there's so many. That's beautiful about this work because
Yeah.
you can have so many different views.
Yeah.
Like, and then again, it's like even though that may work for me, that may not work for you either.
Mm-hmm.
Like because you could be the type of person to have like a couple of drinks here and there. Like even though I won't do that, it still works for you. So do you like you
Yeah.
do you like
Yeah.
you do.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a good way to look at it. Like everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Sometimes it's the wrong opinion, but uh, everyone should be able to like. Fuck, we can tie it into another big topic about like social media control and like how opinions are enforced and regulated through there. But
Yeah. No opinion's right or wrong.
No opinion is wrong. That's a bold fucking statement.
No. Here's where I'm going with this. No opinion's actually right or wrong. It's
right.
Obviously there is like right or wrong opinions, but it's like, say, you know, if someone has a wrong opinion and like they think it's right in their own mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you know how some people genuinely believe that stuff? Like, even though there's probably like one, like, you know, it's just put it out there, you know, killing is bad or something like that.
Right.
Some people genuinely think it's like, I don't want to say it's a good thing, but it's like some people genuinely think it's good. Don't know where it comes from in their mind, but it's just like some people believe that.
Are you generalizing killing as just a crime, or are you talking more along the lines of abortion and capital punishment?
Just in general.
Okay.
Just in general.
Because then it becomes two different debates, or even three different debates. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because like, because it's like there's the abortion debate about if it's even a life, and then the capital punishment is like about, I guess, saving other lives. Yeah, like if it's like, yeah, if he deserves it, or she. We're inclusive on the podcast, all right? She can be killed by capital punishment, all right? We're not above killing women on the. No, I can see the nerves. No, it's alright. Everything on the podcast is comedy and satire, and we don't mean anything we say. See, that's a neat little trick. Yeah, legally speaking, nothing wrong. It's all parody. It's fine.
It is.
The 10-minute warning came up again, so I had to close that shit. But yeah, the countdown's back. Just letting you know.
That's alright.
Nice. Cool. All right. Any other topics? Anything we can? This is a clean. Not segue. Clean change. Anything else? Yeah. Anything you want to cover?
I don't know. Go gym.
Go gym. Wait, do you want to go gym or just go to the gym? No, not recently. I've been fucking slack. Dude. My free time is fucked because let me explain. Okay. I'll be at work all day. Like, I'll leave before the sun rises, and then I might stop by at home when I finish in the afternoon, get changed, and then go to a comedy club. And then I'm not back until the sun's already set, like hours ago. And then I'll just go to bed, and then it's rinse and repeat. And I mean, I guess it's still, making excuses. It's still like technically, yeah. Look, I can't do it. If I try squeeze too many things into the schedule, like, you just get worn down. And
very true.
Yeah, it's like, do I want to be fit or do I want to be funny? You know, it's like I gotta pick one. So yeah, I've been slack. There are some t-shirts that don't no longer fit the way they used to, if I'm honest. Like, it's it's not great.
I respect the grind. That's amazing.
Yeah. No, I wish it was more of a grind though. Like, it could be better still, but.
Of course. No, but it's like you hear a lot of people say, like, even though the whole notion of like do what you love is kind of taken out of perspective nowadays, but it's still for what you're doing. Like, you know, do you love what you're doing? Like, even though you may not be successful in your own right now, but is it something that you generally love doing? Like, do you have a passion for it? You know, is it something you can do all day, every day?
Yeah, because it's like the last time we spoke, there was like not a debate, it was like a discussion about like, when you work but you don't like what you're doing for your work, then it becomes work. But if you like what you do, then it's no longer work.
Exactly.
It's just a thing that you enjoy doing.
Exactly, and like, obviously for you that is the case, and it's like, regardless of you don't make any money for it, keep doing it, you know, because it may turn into something big nowadays.
That's the fucking goal, dude. I reckon I'm more likely to get a sponsor on the podcast than I am to get paid for a gig at the moment. So that's why it's like, just keep pumping out the podcast, just keep fucking going, because this is good, this is fun. Yeah,
keep going.
Yeah, but I need people to listen. That's why. I think I mentioned it before. Yeah, like I need viewership for this to fucking work. So the clips from the show go into TikTok. And do you spend much time on TikTok, or are you a functioning person?
Nah, I've been trying to like actually start something on TikTok of my own as well.
Okay, okay.
But I'm still discovering like a certain niche for it as well.
Mm,
It's more or less about bearing yourself, but still trying to discover content and like sort of what to do.
yeah.
But yeah, TikTok is such a great tool to use for stuff like that.
Yes, but
It's
it's
so
also it's really good at grabbing people's attention and keeping it there for a long period of time in
mm,
like lots of short form videos. The only
mm.
problem is that you get trapped in. So like when I
Oh
first
yeah.
installed, yeah, I first installed the app to just post my shit, right? Then one day a friend sends me a TikTok and I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. Ha, that was good. Then another TikTok comes. Then another one comes. Like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm like, okay, I'll see what other TikToks are around. And now suddenly I'm watching it like an hour a day. And now I'm sending him TikToks and it's going back and forth. And then suddenly we're sending about 20 minutes of TikToks each to each other. And it's like even 20, 30 minutes. And now we're watching a TV episode's worth of like time, and it's just staring at the screen, like going through short form videos, and then your attention is locked in. And to me, that's a bad thing. It's like it's
Yeah, no,
kind
I
of
understand that. Yeah.
it's kind of like it's I view it as like brainwashing in a sense because it's like it is conditioning you to do something, right? Which is what brainwashing is.
Mm.
But to actually put something out onto there, the actual algorithm is probably one of the best social media algorithms I've ever seen, and I've seen many in my long years of life, right? Or I've seen all the no, I haven't really, but I don't know. I couldn't tell
Oh
if
no, we've actually been in the social media era. Like, think about it. We've probably seen it all.
oh yeah,
Not at all.
well okay, actually no, maybe because like when was the? Do you remember when you were first allowed to use a computer?
I don't know. Like, sheesh, I don't know. Like, I feel like the first time like properly use a computer,
Yeah,
to be honest, I couldn't tell you.
because I
Uh,
reckon mine was Club Penguin in 2007.
Not gonna lie, probably the same.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
It's either that or Bloons Tower Defense.
yeah. Just having the flash games and shit.
Mm.
Um, But I mean, yeah, we've seen a big evolution of internet, and the fact that TikTok has perfected, uh, like it knows you, like it knows like what you like it before you even know that you like it, and it will show you, hey, we think you'll like this. Wow, fuck, I do. And now you're using their app and you're consuming more content, which is great if you're only putting out the content because it gets people who want to see what you're producing. But it's
Mm.
bad if you've been sucked in. So that's why I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with TikTok. And also, they've given me 2 account strikes because I've posted 2 videos where they're like, "Hey, no, don't do that." So I
Wait,
got a
really?
strike each. Yeah, yeah. Like one of the videos was uh most of the video I was talking with my mate Moss about Jeffrey Epstein, and I thought that's why the account got like the video got blocked, but it was because right at the start he said that a particular YouTuber was the biggest piece of shit he'd ever seen, and as soon as like I figured out, oh wait, it was actually the bullying and harassment strike. That's why I got it. I blocked out the name and then it allowed the clip. And they're like, fuck it, you can talk about this billionaire pedophile all you want. Just don't say that YouTuber's name because of bullying and harassment. And like, okay, that was a bit weird. So that was,
I know.
yeah, that was strike 1. Strike 2 was reading out this like satire post about a dude who hates women, and I read it off as if like I thought I was clearly joking. TikTok did not, and they just assumed that I was just spreading hate speech. So they just fucking axed it. And I was like, oh, fuck, alright, cool. But yeah, look, I know that the look that you're giving. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like it could have been interpreted as hate speech. I can assure you it wasn't. I'll show you the clip. Like it wasn't. I don't think it was that bad, but I wasn't gonna post it to my Instagram where I know my mom can see the account. So maybe it was that bad, but you know.
uh, it's a yeah. I understand the whole because like even though I'm trying to post, I'm like, why am I scrolling through this stuff? Like it actually does hook you so easily.
Yeah, and you
Like
don't even
one,
realize.
no, and like 30 minutes is gone. I'm like, oh wait, what was I meant to do again? Like it just like a huge mind blank. Like,
Yeah, it sucks you in, it wipes your brain, and then you're left with nothing.
literally.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, bro. Well, okay. Well, I think that's a good fucking way to end, with just the bleakest ending ever. just be like, yeah, no, life, TikTok sucks.
Good is good and bad.
Yeah, good and bad. And also the timer says less than 1 minute, and I don't know when it changed to that. So like it might just cut out. So
Exactly.
we'll all right, well, thanks for coming on the show. Hopefully we'll get more episodes in. Sometimes I do
Sure.
sometimes I do multiple guests at once, so like you get different interactions. So depending on how this episode's received, we'll see. I'll get you in. You could meet some of the other guests and check out the show, because I think you might like it. If you like us talking here, you might like the show. So give it a listen, I guess.
We'll see.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thank you.
Hey, no worries. See you, man.